good morning. Yes, I love the morning. I figured I'd give you something right here at the beginning of the day that not many people know about this concept. So I figured I'd give it to you fresh, first thing in the morning. And that is this, first I got to comment. I love the morning. It's my favorite time of the day because everything is new. The sun's just well, it's not just coming up, but it's very low. It's just an awesome time of the day. So it's one of my favorites. So I get to create. I'm fresh. I move. I'm out here near my baseball field again because life is a game. That's the way it is. It was a very funny story. Before I tell you this, I've gotten very aggressive in my life and going towards my goals to such a degree was the other day. Where was I? The other day I was in Times Square, Manhattan, and there was a lot of traffic, a lot of things going on, and there's this big, heavy cop directing traffic in the rightly so. He's directing traffic in the middle. And he's there blowing his whistle, and he's doing his thing. And in the regular New York way, he's very antagonistic. He's being very antagonistic. Come on, he's just going on. And I was crossing the street, and he was blowing his whistle, and I didn't realize that he was actually blowing his whistle at me to stop walking. And I was already in the middle of the street, so I just kept going. And the cop came up to me because I was walking across the street and wasn't far from him. And he came up to me and blew the whistle just about in my face. Maybe he was a foot and a half away from my face and blowing the whistle in my face. And if he was any closer, I would have basically done, get the out of my face. And I was thinking to myself, wow, that would not be a good thing to do. That would not be a good thing to do. Just, but it kind of, pointed out to me I guess in a different way, in a good way, that I have where I'm going, my goal to where I'm going, and I'm just not going to be stopped. No matter what comes my way, I'm just not going to be stopped. And anyway, but you got to do it in such a way where it depends on the situation, But that's what I realized about myself. It's just not going to stop. And that's the attitude you have to have, is no matter what, you're not going to stop. And you just keep going. But the point, the concept this morning that I wanted to discuss with you is this concept of, I keep looking out here because I love looking at the baseball field here. So I apologize if I'm not looking directly at you. All right. But the concept I want to go over with you is this concept of, if you can't handle it, you double it. Now, what does that all mean? It means, and this is what worked for me, if you're trying to handle something and you think it's too much, the natural thing people will try to do is, well, I'm going to handle less because I'm going to be able to do that because I can't handle this, so I'm going to handle less. And so people cut it back. And then they realize they can't even handle that particular thing, and they keep cutting it back and cut it back and cut it back. And they just keep cutting it back, and that's not the direction to go in. The funniest thing, that is not the direction to go in. The direction to go in is if you think you can't handle something, then you find two of them. Yes, you go the other way, and you think, well, that's nuts. Well, it's actually not nuts, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we will handle what we have to handle. That's the truth. We will handle what we have to handle. All right? And I'm going to give you a perfect example. You have, let's say, a mother. Okay? And the mother has two 4-year-old boys. Okay? Now, us boys, could be a pain in the ass. At 4 years old, we are a pain in the ass, right? And, they get into all sorts of things. They put sandwiches in in the TV, or, they just get it. They just create havoc around the house. And after a while, the mother goes, okay, I cannot handle this anymore. It's just, I just can't take these two boys. And the natural thing she wants to do is, okay, give it to the husband, I'm going out, or something like that. Handle less. But let's say the situation comes up where, her sister, for some reason, goes into the hospital, and she also has 2 4-year-old boys. All right? And so her sister goes into the hospital, so she now has to take care of her, the sister's 2 4-year-old boys, as well as her own. So now she has 4 4-year-old boys she has to take care of for the next couple of weeks. And you know what? She does it. And she goes along and she handles 4. She somehow figures out how to handle these 4 4-year-old boys. And what's her attitude at the end of the 2 weeks? She's like, oh, I can't wait till my sister's back. Oh my God, I can't take this. Oh, I can't wait till she's back. And, 2 weeks later, the sister comes back from the hospital, and she gives her sister's 2 boys back to her. And what's her attitude? Her attitude now is, oh, what a relief. Oh my God, this is nothing. Now I just have the 2 boys. It's a viewpoint shift. She changed her viewpoint. Where at the beginning, before she had the 4 boys, the 2 boys, her 2 boys, were just, she couldn't handle it. And then when she got the 4 boys, she did handle that. She doubled what she was trying to handle. And that's the way it works. You have to double what you're trying to handle. So when she gave the 2 boys back and she had her original 2 boys, now that was a big relief. Well, what changed? Nothing. The only thing changed was her viewpoint. That was it. That was all that changed. So the moral of the story is, right, if you can't handle something you say, right, you find a couple of more difficult ones to do. That's what you do. You find difficult ones. And that's the moral of the story. I'm out here in the bleachers here. You'll see I was on the bleachers hanging out there of the ball field. So now, anyway, so that is the moral of the story. So I wanted to present that to you this in the morning. Well, at least it's my morning. I'm not sure about the rest of everybody else. So you have something, and that's the way you handle life, is you go and you handle the big picture. All right? And you just keep on handling it. All right? I just wanted to give you this short live, so to make your day much more productive than you think you could. And there we go. All right? So have a great day, and I will see you guys soon.